Good morning, my people. Sad songs of my people. This is to Mr. President Barack Obama, who found some tears for the people and the children in Connecticut, where my tears have been falling every day for the children and the people of Chicago. Mr. President, you live in Chicago. Our mayor is sending condolences to Connecticut, where people are dying every day, all day in Chicago. Our governor is sending condolences. The flags are at half-mast. Where have the flags ever been at half-mast for the 500 people who have died in Chicago? Mr. President, I saw you had tears when you were reelected, and I saw you had tears for what happened in Connecticut. I have been warning on my videos, I have been sending you letters to tell you something has to be done about this. First of all the mental hospitals, they have been closed. You have these people just walking the streets. Parents, if you know your son or your daughter or your aunt or your uncle or your grandmother, somebody has mental problems, you need to let the police know to keep an eye on them. I mean, he should have been stopped while he was on his way to that school. The people riding around doing the drive-bys in Chicago need to be stopped in their cars. Mr. President, you said you wouldn't tolerate chemical weapons being used in Syria, but yet and still you tolerate all the murders in Chicago, a place where you have a home, where you won your first elected office. I voted for you, Mr. President, as senator, but when you said that you would absolutely finish your job as senator, I know politicians lie, but then I couldn't believe you anymore. Even Hillary Clinton at least did one term. Mr. President, you can't be pulling the flags down when white people die. And you don't even put a clown flag down when your own people die. Now, personally, I'm saying it's not against those kindergartners. Most of my life have been working with kindergartners, been in the schools. But you cannot have not any tears for the people who are dying all across America. America has a problem. You remember that thing when the astronauts was having a problem? They said, Houston, we have a problem. Well, America, we have a problem. And I don't want to hear about that gun control. Gun control is not going to do nothing but keep the hands out of the people who could defend themselves from the nuts who will get a gun no matter what. I heard even the police are putting guns back into the neighborhoods. So gun control, you can just forget that. We need people control. We need people that stop them. Search and see what they got in their car. Before you come into the school, it's almost have to be almost like the airports now. You need to be searched, not when you get in. Search outside. Have a little shack that they go in and be searched. And no, do you think I think this is the end of this? No. I homeschool my daughter. Still, that wasn't going to keep her safe from being shot down on the street. But I'm telling you the truth. The schools are not safe. I don't care what neighborhood you live in, what area of the United States you live in. The churches aren't safe. Funerals aren't safe. Theaters aren't safe. Shopping malls aren't safe. When people want to kill you, they will kill you. And they don't just have to use guns. They can use baseball bats. They can use explosives. I mean, you can't be that dumb. I am very sorry for those children that lost their lives. So now they're with a little girl who was 7 years old in Chicago who was just selling candy out in front of her house. Her name was Heaven, and she's now in heaven. And all those 26 people are there with her. We got people killing their moms. You know, what could be that bad? Maybe these pills that you're putting these people on make them do these things. I don't know. Because when I was growing up, when a person had mental problems, they went to a mental hospital and they were locked up there and they stayed there the rest of their life if they had to. If you walk down the street acting any kind of way funny, your relatives will call you up and have you put away. In fact, they paid people if they would turn in people who were crazy. I mean, this guy coming there with a bulletproof vest. Did he think he was going to walk out there alive? Well, if he had lived, he'd have probably just got life in prison, like that guy over in, I think it was Scotland, that killed 100 and some people. I don't know, one of those countries over there. And he's in jail talking about, well, I'll be out of jail in 10 years. Yeah, buddy, if you had killed one of my friends, I'd been waiting for you when you got out of jail, too. Talking about there wasn't no death penalty there. When you kill a person, a children, this is so close to the holidays. It sent me back, and I'm sure it sent every mother and father back to when you took your child to kindergarten and first grade. I never forget when I turned on the news, there was my baby with the American flag marching around the school. Because we lived downtown Chicago, so first day of school, they visited the downtown schools. And there was Rebecca with her flag marching around. I said, Becky, you were on television. I have intimate knowledge of those small kids. They don't hurt anybody. All they wanted was a chance to grow up like that 20-year-old grew up. He had 20 years of life here. And I do believe his brother knew something like this was on his mind and didn't tip anybody off. He did not keep that to himself. I believe his mother knew he had problems, and whoever else he killed knew he had problems. His problems stemmed long before the day that he picked up his guns and went into that school. So all I've got to tell you is now you feel the pain that we feel every day, all day in Chicago, and many mothers join the club. You belong to the clubs of mothers of murdered children. And that club is going to have a lot of open memberships. I remember if you look at my old tapes, you'll see I told you, please put some life insurance on your children. I was telling that to the people on the south side and the north side in Chicago and downtown and everywhere. Because mentally ill people are walking the streets. They're not taking their meds because they're mentally ill. What do they care if someone don't pop it in them or stick them or shoot them up? Forget it. They're getting their hands on all kind of guns, knives, bats, their fists. Anything can kill people. It's just guns can take out so many at once, and bombs and airplanes. So I had to go to bed yesterday. I had to put on Mozart. I had to put on Ave Maria. If you go in my Facebook page, I was listening to Ave Maria by everybody. I have a heart, and this is what I've been trying to tell you people. If you don't care about other people's children being murdered, the same thing's going to visit your doorstep. Remember Katrina? And then look what happened in New England. You can't sit back and say, that's good that happened to them. That's good that they're killing each other in Chicago. Because you got the same crazies right among you. Now watch the copycats come out. Watch the copycats come out. The guy did the thing in the theater. People have been trying to go and start the stuff in the theater. The guy started in the mall. People are in the mall. The guy started in the school. Now in the school. You know, when I was in school, God was there. Every day we opened with a prayer. You've kicked God out. When you kick God out, the devil walks in. Have a good day.